Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing some really cool Lighthouse nail art, and we're doing it on my brand new Rediguana practice hand. So if this isn't something that you'd like to see, the prep and the application of the nails on the hand, it's going to pop up on the screen here in a second, but you can fast forward to 17 minutes and 50 seconds, and that will take you to where the art begins. So I'm prepping the nails here, and I'm prepping the nail that comes in the cuticle, like the nail that is supposed to be on the hand, and I'm prepping it to put stiletto tips on. I'm kind of hitting the high spots here. I didn't really prep the hand to last. These nails aren't staying on here. She's not wearing them for 3 weeks. So I kind of hit the high spots. But you can see I have the box just in the back there, the Rediguana hand box. Now I did an unboxing video when I first got her just a couple of videos back. So I will link that down below, and I'll try to insert it up top as well so that you can go and watch that if it interests you. Unboxing, it was really neat. I was really excited for this hand. I am actually using a ugly duckling file here. I just bought a 6-pack of them because I wanted to give them a try, and I really quite liked them. But I do have some really cool new files coming, so that will be in a video within the next week or so, and I'm so super excited for those. The nails I'm doing today, I did not get from my own idea. They were inspired entirely by an influencer that I follow on Instagram. So I am going to link that down below as well. It's vo.tino. I don't want to say that because I'm going to butcher it. But she does really beautiful nail art, and those are what inspired me to do this. So I've just simply wiped the dust. I used my compressed air, blow the dust off. I'm fitting the tips here now. And this video is sped up for those of you that are wondering, because when I first put my footage into my editor, it was well over an hour long, and that just wasn't going to work. So these tips are tips that I simply bought off of Amazon, and the reason why I bought them was to use them on my other hand that I actually sold to purchase this one. They are actually really quite thick tips. I don't use tips on clients, so it was just something I needed some quick ones, you know, Amazon Prime, couple of days, and they were at my house. But they're working really good for these practice hands, so that's really neat. So I'm fitting the tips first and figuring out which ones are going to best fit where. And then I will glue those on with my, I believe it's All Season or Star nail glue. Which I had to go hunting for because since I don't use tips on clients, I didn't have any nail glue. But I've also got some more nail glue coming, and that's super cool too. So there's just really big, exciting things happening right now for my YouTube channel and for my Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, pop on over there. It's Liquid Chrome Nails, and you will find me. Make sure you subscribe, and then you'll have all of the updates. So I'm going to get these tips glued on here, and then when I prep them, again, I don't prep them like super duper professional. I kind of hit the high spots. I was really excited to get to the nail art here, and I knew that the prepping truly just didn't matter a whole lot. I do like how these tips glue on though. They go on really quite quickly. They glue quite quickly compared to some other tips that I've used in the past. Not that I am an expert on them by any means, because like I said, I don't use them often. I'd like to do another video forming on this hand. I actually haven't had forms on the hand yet, so I thought that would be kind of neat. So that is what the hand and the stand look like. I thought I would show that to you guys because I did buy this stand as well. Just making sure everything is secure here. And going in with my tip cutters and just kind of taking the end off of those. They're really quite curved as well. Definitely not something, again, that I would use on my clients, but really quite perfect for this use. I struggle for a second here trying to figure out how to hold the hand. I was kind of being a little bit easy with it. I didn't want to bend it too much because I know the wiring on the inside can sometimes break if you're too hard on them. But I was really being probably too gentle with moving the hand. I've since kind of learned a little easier how to get around this, but she was a little hard to hang on to in the beginning. I do keep pushing in the tip here. I keep checking it and pushing it back up in the well for no real reason. I didn't need to be doing this. This isn't something, like it's not something you need to worry about or something that is a problem. That was me being a little bit too cautious in the beginning. I'm not even really leveling these tips in. I'm not really even blending them. You can tell I'm trying to just get used to the hand and figure out where everything needs to be. But that's okay. So I'm blowing the dust off of here. So that's the file that I was using. It's the medium of the Ugly Duckling. They're pretty neat. They're pretty nice. They give a really, really nice finished file look. I've been using the same files for a really long time, so it was kind of neat to use that different one. But I absolutely do have other files coming, like I said, and I really cannot wait. I checked the tracking again this morning. It said they should be here Friday. So on the weekend, I'll make a video with those, and they are the Glitterbels files from the nailthrone.com, and they are a metal board, and the file sticks on and it's removable. So I got all of them. I got all the different grits, and Sarah said she really likes them, and I absolutely can't wait to try them. I think they sound phenomenal. This is my Glitterbels number 12 brush. So if you're interested at all in any of the Glitterbels products, you can, again, get those from the Nail Throne. They ship Canadian and American. And one thing I like about the Nail Throne is it's free shipping after a certain amount, and it's a fairly low amount, which I think is wonderful. It's no different than when you get a prize or a little bit of candy or something when you receive an order. It's that extra touch. Getting that free shipping really makes the world a difference because it saves you quite a bit of money. And if you use code LIQUIDCHROME, it will get you 10% off of all of the Glitterbels products. Now, I showed you two brushes there. I showed you a number 12 and a number 10. Reason being, I'm using the number 12 to do my full nails, and I come back in with the number 10 to use these colors. I'm building with my Glitterbels pink opal shimmer. I love this color, and I love that it just goes on so nicely. I struggle here a bit getting it on the hand, and I think what was happening, it was really cold in my room. There's no heat in the practice hand, and it just seemed a little off. I really struggled to start building this nail here, but I did get the hang of it after a while, and I think too sometimes the way you hold it is a little bit different, but I really do love this hand. And I'm using the Pink Opal Shimmer clear through all of these nails, and then I come in behind with the green and the blue, and you can see a crush color, like a glitter color there. I don't actually end up using that. I decide against it. I tend to dig out everything that I might possibly want and then go from there. So that's what I've done here. I've dug out everything that I may at all possibly want to put on this nail so that I don't have to jump up and go get something. Initially, I was going to build this ring finger with the green and the blue, and I decided against it, and I'm glad now that I did. It worked out really well the way that I've decided to do it. Okay, my dog has her squeaky toy, and I'm very sorry. She's not barking, so that's something. So I start to get the hang of application here. I kind of, on the pinky, I can remember kind of panicking and thinking, oh my goodness, I'm filming this. Like, you've got to do a better job than this. But between the cold air in the room and the hand just being different, I think it really threw me off in the beginning. Now that I'm a little bit more used to the hand, though, filing on it and applying on it really comes quite easily. It's really quite neat. I will certainly order the full-size hand in the future. I would really like to do that actually sometime, maybe before the end of the year, is get the full-size hand. If any of you have the full-size hand or the half hand, I'd like to know down below. I'd love to know what you think of them. I'd like to know if you think that they're fairly easy to work on or if you find them difficult to work on. Maybe you were disappointed in it or maybe you really love it. I'd love to know either way your honest opinion down below. So I only recorded a very little bit of the finished filing here. I just didn't think it was something you guys would want to watch. There's lots of filing going on other videos that you can go ahead and watch if you want to watch finished filing. I did actually record it initially, part of it, but again, this video was really long when I started editing, so I cut that right out. But I did start my finished filing with my Atwood bit, which was really helpful in this situation with the hand. So this is where I switch over to my number 10 brush, and I'm going to kind of really wet ombre these two colors into the top, up by the cuticle, as part of the design. I could have done it with gel polish. I find this sort of situation much easier with acrylic. I wish I could even tell you what brand these colored acrylics are. The blue, I believe, is an OPI. The green, I couldn't even say. As always, there's one last little piece that needs to go on. I was just kind of comparing to my picture here and seeing if I needed more green or more blue. So I come in and you'll see me do just a couple of minutes of finished filing. And I am using my Atwood drill bit for some of this. It just made it a lot easier. Still trying to figure out how I want to hold the hand here. It'll come. So if you don't have a Rediguana hand, if you did get one, I'd love to know what you would use it for. Would you use it for practicing shape and structure? Or would you use it for practicing art? Or maybe you'd use it for practicing both. I'd really like to know down below what you would use this for. Okay, so you can see we skipped ahead here. I've put my coats of polish already on. There's a matte top coat on this one here that I'm working on right now, the one that's going to get the Lighthouse. I didn't think you guys would want to watch me put 2 coats of polish on when you could get right to a little bit of art. So I'm literally using all of my art brushes here. I'm using the Light Elegance Selena Redden set. I'm using my Ugly Duckling Detailer 2. I'm using dotting tools. I'm using micro swabs. I'm using so much here. I'm also using a marble cheese board to mix my colors on. You don't see that here in the picture, but I do have a video, a haul video with that in it, not too far back. It was really cool. I got it from HomeSense, and it's been really neat to mix colors on and to keep my acrylic dapping dish on and my acetone, and then when it flies everywhere, it's not staining or marking up my table. So I'm kind of looking at the picture and just eyeballing things here, starting out with a bit of a general outline. I do tend to go back and forth when I'm doing nail art. I tend to work on all of the nails at one time. Often when things are going well, I feel like I'm going to mess them up, so I move on to another hand. It's what I do. My dog's squeaking her toy again. Normally she sleeps when I'm voicing over. Today, however, she is not. She's barked a few times. I've actually restarted this voiceover a couple of times. So I start mixing colors here a little bit. I'm mixing them kind of where you can't see over on the marble. And I go from coloring in to outlining and back and forth. I don't show any flash curing here, but I am flash curing fairly often. Sometimes when I'm trying to shade, I don't flash cure as much as you might think because I do sometimes want the colors to melt together just that little bit. And sometimes I do want to layer them wet because that's the effect I'm looking for. For example, here I had gone in with the dark and then I had gone in with the white, and that was uncured. I didn't want that to be cured. I wanted it to blend like that. This is the Light Elegance Selena Ryden Stripey brush. This one's been a lifesaver for me. My nail art abilities totally changed when I got this set of brushes. I never knew how great a good nail art brush could be. This main color that I'm using is a mahogany kind of brown, and it was perfect for this job. It wasn't a chocolate brown or a neutral brown. It was really warm, really, really mahogany. And then I'm just coming in with plain white. Really, you can kind of see that there wasn't a whole lot to this lighthouse. It was a lot of layers. It was a lot of mixing color. I really enjoyed doing this though. So the lighthouse is somewhat sitting on a cliff, and that's what I'm coloring in right now. A little bit of grass, a little bit of dirt. I'm using just a couple of different colors of green and the same brown that's actually in the lighthouse. And it's that brown that's on the middle and pinky finger as well. It was multi-use this time. So this is a dark green, like a forest green. And I'm putting little spots on the map. And then I've cured it for just about 30 seconds, so it's still real good and tacky. And then I'm coming in with gold foil. And it's only sticking to the green because I had matte top coated it before that. So nothing was sticking to anything other than the green. And that might actually oddly be my favorite nail out of this set, is that little map. I just thought it was really cool. I'm doing a bit of a compass situation here. I grabbed it off of, I actually just Googled compass nails and it gave me a few. I just needed something to go by. It didn't end up being exactly, or hardly at all, like the picture that I was looking at, but I just needed for there to be some sort of base for me to go by. I'm not very good at doing things off the top of my head. I do have to look at something in order to be able to accomplish the nail art. Going a little bit forward, I do show you pictures of the finished product, which are on my Liquid Chrome Nails Instagram. If you would like to go check that out and give me a follow there. Some of the nail art, my hair got in the way and I got in the way here at the end of it. So I basically, the lighthouse is mainly, what showed and what got showed. But I did cut it off here shortly after I get part of the index finger done. But I'm so glad you could be here with me today. And if you have any questions about anything I've used or anything I've done here, you can leave them down below and I will be sure to answer. I decided I didn't really like how that looked in white, so I changed it over to gold. So again, if you have any questions, please pop them down below. Thanks so much for sticking with me for this almost 30 minutes of a video. I really do appreciate it. If you can give this video a thumbs up, I would love that. It helps small channels like mine. Or if you could even share or comment, that would be wonderful. And I thank you so much for watching, and you have a great day.